Okay, in the previous video we looked at balancing out equations through geometric shapes. That followed on the online balancing scale that we used. Now in this video we are going to look at some numbers where we have to balance out an equation through numbers. Okay, so first of all, let's start at number 1. We've got an equal sign in all of these from 1 to 6. So most importantly, we have to recognize that whatever is happening on the left-hand side must be equal to that which we write on the right-hand side. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes, maybe pause this video, write down number 1 to 6. We are going to balance the equation when the values cancel out completely. Okay. Right, so I'm going to assume that you paused the video and you copied these down on your paper. So the instruction here would be to find the missing value. So we can see here at number 1, we've got 10, we add 4, and we subtract 4. So 10 plus 4 is 14, minus 4, back to 10. Okay? So that is 10. So the first thing we need to realize is that the fact that we've got plus 4 minus 4 basically means it might as well cancel out, right? Plus 4, we've got 4, and we subtract 4 again is like saying 10 plus 0, which is obviously 10 in our first example. The second one, we've got 125. We add 10 and we subtract 10. So once again, we basically cancel these out. So 125 plus 10 minus 10 just equals 125. 1845 plus 1,000 minus 1,000 plus 1,000 and minus 1,000 cancel out. So this answer would be 1,845. So in all of these instances, because we add and subtract exactly the same value, we essentially end up with the original value. Right, that's number 1, 2, 3. Now from number 4, we can see that the missing part is not the answer, but the missing part is a part of the original equation. So number 4, I'm going to do along with you, and number 5 and 6, I'm going to challenge you to pause the video and try them yourself. So firstly, we have to recognize that we start with 15, we subtract something, then we subtract something else, which is given to us, 10, to end up with a final value 0. Now this is the most important part for all of them. We know that whatever operation we do on the left-hand side, our answer has to be 0, right? So the question here would be, take everything that you know, which is we've got a 15 and we've got minus 10, and work with that to determine what the outstanding value is, right? So we've got 15, we subtract 10, which gives us 5. Okay, but we know that 5 is not equal to 0. So the question is, what do we need to subtract from the 5 to know that the answer would be 0? And the obvious answer would be, if we've got 5, we need to subtract 5 to get our answer of 0. So it's 15 minus 5 is 10, subtract another 10, answer is 0. Second example, or number 5 and 6, quickly pause the video and try them yourselves. I'm going to go along and then you can just check yourself. Right, so we've got 350 and we add 100. So 350 plus 100 is 450. And the question is, what do we need to subtract from 450 to give us 0? Remember, the equal sign says that the left-hand side and the right-hand side needs to be the same. So 450 minus 450 will give us 0. So the answer here is 450, right? So once again, we take everything that we know for sure, which is that we need to add these two together and that the answer must be 0. And then take what you know and figure out, what do I need to subtract so that my answer is actually true. Final one, 1,450 plus 50 is 1,500. 1,500 minus what gives me 0. So we know that we've taken what we know, the given values, and we know that in order for this equation to be true, the answer must be 0. So we need to subtract the full amount of 1,500. Okay, in the next video we are going to balance equations using the inverse operation specifically. If you struggled with this, or if you want a little bit more challenging questions, please watch the next video by clicking on the link or the pop-up screen right now.